We're going to look at a couple of new features in MarkMagic version 11, and this format here actually has two of the new features. Controlling the data matrix columns. This is a pretty specific update, but it's very important to meet some new industry standards for data matrix printing. We've heard a lot of new requests over the past year to be able to control very fine-tune these data matrix barcodes. MarkMagic used to leave the columns up to the printer, and we were noticing that the barcodes are being generated with not enough of the dots. So if you were to actually count these dots one at a time, there weren't enough. So there was a new requirement for a spec requirement to be able to have a minimum number of columns. So in the data matrix, now we've enabled columns. When you print, I can show you in the CYBRA code later that the number is now actually passed in the data matrix definition. So giving you full control over the data matrix barcode now to meet those new industry requirements. And the other neat feature is diagonal lines on CYBRA printers. So to be able to create diagonal lines, any thickness. I just have three here that I made a copy of, but now you can see instead of having fixed horizontal or fixed vertical, you can create diagonal lines. And that was also to meet an industry requirement now. Some labels we were seeing the need to print diamond shapes on the labels, and people were having to resort to creating them as graphics before. But they can now be created as diagonal lines, a thick diagonal line or a few diagonals. So that's a cool new feature added to CYBRA drivers, as well as the ability to control the columns. So when I printed this CYBRA label, if we go to my output directory here, I have the actual CYBRA code just to show you. 24 is in the BX command. So that's the data matrix definition, and now we're passing the columns. And you can see the other diagonal lines here, but rather than looking at the code, let's just take a look at the actual output. So if you were to count that, that's 24 columns now in the data matrix, and we've got our diagonal lines. So very cool. I hope this helps a lot of you now meet these new requirements from the shippers to be able to create these extra diagonal shapes and control your data matrix barcode a little bit better. Okay, thank you.